Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my video. I am Infinity43 and you are watching what will probably be my last AC3 video for a while, if ever. I don't know if I'll ever upload another one. The game is pretty much running past its sell by date. You are totally my pursuer, aren't you? Don't walk straight at me, lady. You walk straight at me, I'm gonna punch your face. I don't care if you're a woman. I feel nothing. Now, you might wonder what I mean when I say it's past its sell by date. I want to just remind you, I love this game. It's the first multiplayer game I really got into. I've spent hours and hours playing it, and more than anything else that I've played. And Deacon's got to be my pursuer, but he looks like he's poisoned. Yes, indeed. So I've played this game a massive amount, and I'm always gonna love it. But it's very clear to me in the last sort of few weeks, even the last couple of months, that it's not the multiplayer experience that it was, and it won't be. The reality is, a lot of the really competitive players, the people that I see as the competitive players, they've left. They're doing other things, and when Black Flag comes out, they're all going to be there. That's where the action's going to be. And of course, you've still got guys left who are sort of playing the game in the way that I believe it was meant to be played. But generally speaking, there are two groups of players that are coming up a lot. You've got the guys who are relatively new to the game, or they're ranked low. Maybe they bought the game recently, or why can I not stun you? What the flip? That's annoying. And then he stuns the guy. I don't know what's going on there. And just to top it off, I get a knife in the stomach. Sir, do not worry, I shall repay you. So you've got the guys who are relatively new to the game, or the low ranked players. They've maybe picked the game up in a bargain bin, maybe got given to them recently, something like that. They haven't been playing too much of the game. Maybe they're a casual player, they don't take it too seriously, something like that. They don't really try and go for things like incognito kills or anything. They just play it to have a bit of fun. And then you get the other type of player, and that's the guy who has an unbelievably high ranking. He's got like level 50 prestige or even higher. I've seen massively high ratings in the game, and these guys have spent who knows how much time just playing AC3. I mean, I love the game, but I have respect for them. It's surely they've got nothing else to do with their time. Not in a negative way, you know what I mean. But the one thing that these two players have in common is that they have a similar game style, which is aggressive, run around and play it like it's Call of Duty. And that's what I don't like. When I enter a lot of lobbies these days, I find that most guys are playing it in this very aggressive way. They're not interested in being silent, being hidden, using a sort of a hidden poison, anything like that. They're just sort of going crazy. And that is for stabbing me. Go pick up your teeth. So I find that these are the players in the lobbies that I encounter, and because that's not the way I believe the game should be played, I just get frustrated. It isn't that much fun to me, and that coupled with issues connecting to sessions, I don't know if it's a Ubisoft server problem or what, that all those things together have made the game a bit frustrating in the last couple of weeks, and I'm reluctant to play it too much because of that. So that's what I mean when I say it's a bit past its sell by date. If you are one of the players in one of those groups, please don't be offended. You know, if that's how you want to play the game, that's fine. But that's not how I think it should be played, and I know that I'm not alone. A lot of the guys whose channels I like to watch on YouTube, you see when a game like this comes out, they play it for the first 2 months, maybe the first 3, and then they don't touch it anymore, because at that point this different way of playing comes into the game, and the guys who are trying to do it sort of properly, they just get pushed aside. You sort of find one or maybe 2 of them in a lobby, and the rest of them are just this other type of player that to me takes the enjoyment out of the game. It takes the uniqueness out of the game, and so that's where I am with it, and that's why I haven't really been playing as much of it as I did when I first got into it. And it's also why I'm really looking forward to Black Flag, because as I say, a lot of those players, they're going to come back, I think, when Black Flag comes out, and they'll play it for about 2 or 3 months until that game suffers the same sort of same sort of problem, but I think it's less likely in Black Flag because of the changes in the multiplayer that they're going to be bringing along. Now, I don't know if you've been paying much attention to Black Flag and the multiplayer aspects and what they've been, the information that they've released so far. I'd recommend if you haven't and you want to go find out more, go look for a guy named Luma here on YouTube. He's got some great little videos that show you a little bit of the single player and the multiplayer in what's coming. But there's too much that I can cover in a single video. But I will say that one of the things that they're bringing into the multiplayer is a whole concept called Game Lab, and the idea with Game Lab is, for the first time, you'll be able to custom make games with unique parameters so that you can determine what sort of game is going to be played. And I think potentially this is going to solve a lot of the sort of issue where you've got these lobbies filled with completely different players. So you can make a game that will suit, say, the fast player who wants to run around, who wants to shoot pistols a lot. You can make a game where pistols are the only way to kill somebody, so that's perfect. You know, it's being discreet won't really help you because it doesn't really make a difference, so you just shoot people. But you can also make a game, I imagine, where the only way you can kill somebody is with a silent kill or something like that. So I think it's going to add a nice element to the game, and it might give it a bit more sort of longevity for those guys who sort of want to play it in a very sort of discreet way. And you know, I guess the argument can also be made that having the different players in one lobby is what gives it an interesting character. You know, if everybody's playing the same way, isn't that going to get a little bit boring? And I can see that can be an argument. I can, but the reality that I see is at this point in the game, we're in October, I hardly see any high ranked players left in the lobbies that I play. They're mostly lower ranked players, which means the guys who were playing it a lot, they aren't anymore, so they were playing it a lot. They're not playing anymore, which means there's some form of longevity that's missing. They are not here anymore, they've decided to go elsewhere. So my hope is that the Game Lab... Ooh, that was strange. My hope is that the Game Lab thing will entice more of the sort of serious players to stick around for longer, and just give the game a longer sort of shelf life before the next Assassin's Creed multiplayer rise, which I assume will be a year from now. So all of that with the new maps, the new animations, the new characters, it's got me pretty excited for the Black Flag multiplayer. And that's not even speaking about single player. The single player campaign looks epic. I'm really excited for it. I was one of what seems to be very few people that thoroughly enjoyed the campaign in AC3. I thought it was the best game so far, and I know a lot of people are going, what the hell are you saying? What about Ezio? What about AC2? They were fantastic, but I just really enjoyed the way that AC3 felt, the campaign. Yeah, it was buggy and it had its issues, but when you have a game with a brand new engine, it's going to have issues. The game itself was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the story. I liked Connor's character. I thought his sort of sulkiness made sense considering his childhood years and etc, etc. So I really enjoyed it, but I am thoroughly looking forward to... That was a lucky kill. I didn't even know you were there. And unfortunately, she knew I was there because of the kill. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to think of some things that I'm going to do on the channel. I'm definitely going to upload some multiplayer footage, and which will be interesting because the game dynamic will change, and it will be interesting to see how it feels. And but I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking I might do a playthrough. The problem with Assassin's Creed is the campaigns are always enormous, so to do a playthrough, it's not the easiest thing to do. But I'm thinking I might do it. It will be something different. I haven't done that before, and I might try and do more live commentary stuff. You know, again, it's something I haven't done before. Might give it a shot. We'll see what happens. So this video is really meant as a sort of salute to AC3. I will always cherish it very deeply. It was my first really serious multiplayer game that was random, and I hope that in future I can still come back to it at different points, and the lobbies won't be empty like the Brotherhood ones that feel like a graveyard. You know, there's just nobody there. I hope that this game will still hold a few players. That once in a while I can come back and just play it for old time's sake. It's given me many fond memories and far more good ones than bad ones. The time's already up. I didn't even say anything about this match. I hope you enjoyed it. It was Boston Harbor, by the way, at Apocalyptic Night is what I call it. 10 kills, 5 deaths, 1 prestige player, and the rest of them all low ranks. Again, no offense to the low ranks, I'm just stating my point again. Good match, good fun. Hope you enjoyed it. AC3, I bid you farewell. We will meet again. And to those of you watching, keep up to date with the channel. When a Black Flag comes out, you will see more footage. I am Infinity43, and you have a fantastic day.